Hello and welcome back to Stone Motivation. Today we're diving deep into an emotion that touches us all, often in the most profound and painful ways. Shame. It's an emotion that can linger in the shadows, silently shaping our lives and our choices. But what exactly is shame? How does it affect us? And most importantly, how can we deal with it constructively? Today we will explore the depths of shame, understanding its roots, its impact, and the paths that we can take to transform it into a force of growth and resilience. Let me begin with a personal story. I remember a time in my life when shame held me captive. It was during my early 20s when a significant failure made me question my worth. The shame I felt was overwhelming, and for a long time I hid from the world, convinced that I wasn't enough. This journey is personal to me, and I know it resonates with many of you. Today I want to share not only my story, but also the tools and insights that I've gathered to help you navigate through your own experiences of shame. Did you know that approximately 70% of people have experienced feelings of shame at some point in their lives? Studies have shown that shame can lead to a myriad of mental health issues, including anxiety, depression, and even physical health problems. It's clear that this is an emotion we cannot afford to ignore. So let's unpack shame together, understand its roots, its impact, and explore how we can transform it into a source of strength. Let's talk about the nature of shame. Shame is a powerful and pervasive emotion. Unlike guilt, which arises from specific actions, shame attacks our core, making us feel as though there is something fundamentally wrong with who we are. It's the voice in our head that whispers, "You're not enough, you don't belong," or "You're unworthy." Historically, shame has been used as a tool for social control. In many cultures, public shaming was a common practice to enforce social norms. Think about the stocks used in medieval times, or the scarlet letter in Puritan America. These practices aimed at making individuals feel isolated or unworthy to deter them from breaking societal rules. This historical context helps us understand why shame is so deeply ingrained in our psyche. Psychologically, shame often stems from childhood experiences. If a child is consistently criticized, ignored, or made to feel inadequate, these experiences can plant seeds of shame. Over time, these seeds can grow, shaping our self-perception and interactions with the world. Shame can become a default response to any perceived failure or rejection. It is important to differentiate shame from guilt. Guilt is feeling bad about something we did. Shame is feeling bad about who we are. For example, if you accidentally hurt someone's feelings, you might feel guilty. But if you internalize that action and start believing that you are a bad person because of it, that's shame. Let's talk about the impact of shame. Shame can be crippling. It creates a deep-seated fear of rejection and a relentless need for approval. It can lead to isolation as we hide the parts of ourselves that we believe to be unacceptable. Relationships suffer because we cannot be fully present or authentic. Creativity is stifled as we fear the ideas that we have will be judged. Shame can even manifest physically, leading to stress, anxiety, and depression. Consider the story of Sarah, a talented artist who stopped painting because of the harsh critiques she received in art school. The shame she felt from that single comment made her question her abilities and her worth as an artist. For years, she avoided expressing her creativity, feeling unworthy of pursuing her passion. This is just one example of how shame can rob us of our potential and joy. The long-term effects of shame are significant. Chronic shame can lead to severe mental health issues, including anxiety and depression. It can also affect our physical health, contributing to conditions like high blood pressure, heart disease, and a weakened immune function. Studies have shown that people who experience chronic shame are more likely to engage in unhealthy behaviors, such as substance abuse, to numb their feelings. Testimonies from individuals who have faced shame provide a powerful insight into its impact. For instance, James, who struggled with shame after a business failure, shared how it affected his relationships and self-esteem. He isolated himself, fearing judgment and rejection, which only deepened his sense of shame. These personal stories highlight the pervasive and destructive nature of shame. Now let's talk about engaging with shame. To deal with shame constructively, we must first bring it to the light, acknowledging its presence without judgment. Name it. When we give words to our feelings, we begin to understand them. And understanding is the first steps toward healing. One of the most powerful antidotes to shame is vulnerability. Brené Brown, a leading researcher on shame, emphasizes the importance of vulnerability. When we open up about our struggles and imperfections, we foster connection. Authenticity breeds empathy. By sharing our stories, we realize that we are not alone. Consider this. Have you ever felt an immense sense of relief after confiding in someone you trust? That's the power of vulnerability. It dissolves the isolating walls that shame builds around us. It's not about oversharing, but rather finding the courage to be seen as we truly are. Let's look at some real-life examples. Jane, a successful entrepreneur, shared her story of overcoming the shame of bankruptcy. By speaking openly about her experiences, she not only healed herself, but also inspired others facing similar challenges. Vulnerability can transform our darkest moments into sources of strength and connection. You can practice vulnerability through simple exercises. Try writing a letter to yourself about the time you felt ashamed, expressing compassion and understanding toward yourself, or share a small, safe vulnerability with a trusted friend. These exercises can help you build the courage to be a more open and authentic person in your daily life. Another crucial element is self-compassion. When we learn to treat ourselves with the same kindness that we would offer a dear friend. Self-compassion involves recognizing our shared humanity, that we are all imperfect, we all make mistakes, and we all struggle. When faced with feelings of shame, practice self-kindness. Replace self-criticism with a gentle encouragement. Instead of saying, I'm a failure, try saying, I'm struggling, but I'm doing my best. This shift in self-talk can profoundly change our relationship with ourselves. Guided meditations focused on self-compassion can be incredibly helpful. These meditations encourage you to sit with your feelings, acknowledge them without judgment, and extend your kindness to yourself. Apps like Headspace and Calm offer self-compassion meditations that can support this practice. Daily self-compassion practices such as writing positive affirmations or keeping a gratitude journal can also reinforce this mindset. Start your day by writing down 3 things you appreciate about yourself. This simple practice can help counteract the negative self-talk that fuels shame. Scientific studies have shown that self-compassion can significantly improve mental health and well-being. Research by Dr. Kristen Neff, a pioneer in the field of self-compassion, demonstrates that self-compassionate individuals experience lower levels of anxiety and depression and higher levels of life satisfaction and resilience. Let's look at some constructive responses to shame. Building resilience. Building resilience against shame involves creating a positive and supportive inner dialogue. It's about fostering a mindset that can withstand the inevitable setbacks and criticisms that life throws our way. Start by identifying and challenging your negative beliefs. Question their validity. Are they based on facts, or are they distortions of reality born out of our past wounds? Affirmations can be a helpful tool here. Repeating positive statements like, I am worthy of love and respect, or my value is not determined by others' opinions, can gradually rewire our brains to think differently. Clear steps and strategies for building resilience include cognitive behavioral techniques. For example, when you notice a shameful thought, pause and challenge it. Ask yourself, is this thought based on reality? What evidence do I have to support or refute it? This practice can help you develop a more balanced and compassionate perspective. Success stories from individuals who have built resilience can be inspiring. Take Maria, who used cognitive behavioral techniques to overcome the shame of a past mistake. By challenging her negative beliefs and reinforcing positive affirmations, she transformed her self-perception and rebuilt her confidence. Journaling can also aid in building resilience. Try describing a time when you felt ashamed. What were the underlying beliefs driving those feelings? How can you challenge those beliefs? Or write about a moment when you overcame shame. What helped you in that situation? These prompts can encourage self-reflection and growth. Seeking support. Isolation feeds shame, so it's vital that we seek support. Talk to a trusted friend, family member, or therapist. Group therapy or support groups can also provide a sense of community and shared experience. Knowing others have faced similar challenges can be incredibly validating and empowering. Resources for finding support include hotlines, online forums, and directories for therapists. Websites like Psychology Today offer directories to help you find local therapists who specialize in dealing with shame and related issues. Online forums like Reddit's Our Mental Health provide a space for people to share their experiences and support each other. Interviews with mental health professionals about the importance of seeking support can be enlightening. A therapist might explain how they help clients navigate shame and build resilience, offering professional insights and encouragement. Role-playing scenarios can demonstrate how to reach out for help. For example, you could role-play a conversation where you express your feelings to a friend or family member. Setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is another essential aspect of dealing with shame. Often, our sense of shame is exacerbated by environments or relationships that are toxic. Learn to recognize when someone else's behavior or words are triggering your shame. It's okay to distance yourself from people who don't respect your boundaries or who perpetuate your feelings of inadequacy. Develop techniques for setting and maintaining healthy boundaries. For example, use I statements to express your needs clearly and assertively, like, I feel uncomfortable when you criticize me in front of others. Please speak to me privately if you have any concerns. Practice saying no without feeling guilty, and remind yourself that your needs and feelings are valid. Share stories of role models who are known for their strong boundaries and how it benefits them. For example, Oprah Winfrey often speaks about the importance of setting boundaries to protect her time and energy. Shame is a deeply human emotion, but it doesn't have to define us. By acknowledging it, embracing vulnerability, practicing self-compassion, and seeking support, we can transform shame from a destructive force into a catalyst for growth and connection. Remember that you are not alone in your struggles. Each step you take towards understanding and healing your shame is a step towards a more authentic and fulfilled life. Thank you for joining me on Stone Motivation. If this content resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. Let's continue this journey together, turning our struggles into strengths and our pain into purpose. Until next time, take care of yourself and remember, you are worthy, you are enough, and you are not alone. Stone Motivation.